ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
This is your first look at sports. I'm Jonathan Benson. Pro boxing is set to make its return to the Bahamas on Saturday, May 25th at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Dubbed No Mercy, the light welterweight main event will see Misha Payne Major moving up in weight class to take on Anthony Psycho Woods.
No, it's going to be a great, exciting fight. You know, he's a tough opponent. You know, even though people say I ain't up to the skill level as yet, but trust me, Psycho's a real tough opponent. I can't take this fight lightly. You know, he was my sparring partner for for the past few years ago. So, like I say, I know what he get and I know what he good for. So, I'm just gonna really go out there and put on a great show for the fight fans. You know, let them know boxing is back here in the Bahamas. I'm looking forward, go there and become victorious and make history in the Bahamas by being able, the first fighter in the Bahamas to win two-weight class, a championship in two-weight class division.
Now, Ray Miners Jr. has trained both fighters, and he's in agreement with Major that this bout with Woods will be no pushover.
Psycho is a psycho. And let me tell you something. Misha, you can be the best. You gotta be careful who you pick out. Because that psycho, he's a real psycho. He don't know how to stop. He got energy in the mind. This guy don't stop. He be training and, you throw in another fighter, then you have to throw in another fighter. You got to throw in but 5 different fighters to try to get this guy tired. And he's still mashing up everybody. So Misha could be in a lot of mess.
Now, Major hasn't been in the ring since December because of an injury, but he's over that now, and following the fight with Woods, he plans on inflicting even more pain on his future opponents.
I had therapy going through my from injury from my left wrist. Everything is going perfect right now and just taking one day at a time. This year is going to be really busy year for me. I'm looking to take one step at a time and get back where I once was, back to number 8 or number 1 in the world class division. This is the process right here. Fight for the Bahamian title, go back to fight for the Caribbean title and get back to the British Commonwealth level and fight for the British Commonwealth title.
Well, the inaugural Kyoshi Pen Karate Tournament taking place this past Saturday at the C.H. Thompson Memorial Center off Market Street. Alex Penn has been a household name on the local martial arts scene for a number of years now, and teams from around the capital came out in large numbers to put on a show unlike any other.
We've been one of the instructors who've been around for a long, long time, and he's earned his respect, so we're here to give it to him.
I'm very happy with the turnout. I didn't expect this much crowd. I mean, it got me smiling. It's very good. The people come out, they support me, and that's what I like.
This is what used to happen over the years. It used to be a tournament just about every other week. So we're trying now to see if we can get it back together and see if we can save some of these young fellas off the street before they fall through the cracks.
I've been doing martial art for 27 years now. It's my life. This is all I do. Okay, and I love the sport. And martial art is not projected out there as it should be. It's a very upcoming. It's a very disciplined sport. More parents, more kids need to get more parents need to get their kids involved in martial art.
The Bahamas well represented at the 9th annual West Coast Billiards Challenge in Clearwater, Florida over the weekend. 3 squads were entered in the team competition, and all of them were able to hold their own.
This year we saw some 200 players, 200 men players and 31 female players, and we had about 35 players that went from the Bahamas to this tournament, and in every division we saw a champion, I would say, from the Bahamas. In the gold division, which is the very top division, we had the Arnett's Big Sticks, who placed 3rd in that division. In the silver division, we had the Mega Hit Boys, who placed 4th, and in our division, which is the bronze division, we placed 1st. We lost no games. This is the trophy that we won for 1st place, and we also got a cash prize along with it.
Now, not only did the Bahamas do well in the team competition, but in the individual competition as well.
In the case of the silver division, we had Mr. Martin Burrows, who's a past vice president of the Nassau Valley Ball Association, placed 5th. And we also had Michael Merritt 4th and Halen Northedge, he placed 3rd. And he did an awesome job for the first time traveling to this tournament. In the gold division, we had Mr. Pat Carey and also Mr. Robert Ramming, who also placed in the money bracket, so to speak. I placed 9th out of 31 women. Also in the Scotch double, Mr. Martin Burris and myself, we shot until about 4:30 that morning, and we came 6th. So it was a gruesome toil as far as competing over there. But we did it.
Well, we have more tonight from the 60th National Family Island Regatta. Here's Julian Gibson.
Benson, the National Family Island Regatta is all history now. Taking the first A-class race was the Tidal Wave. Her sister boat from Staniel Key took the second A-class race, Lady M. But in the third and final A-class race, it was all Red Stripe. As a result, Red Stripe carting away with the Class A championship.
They get away yesterday and other day because the wind was little light and they got a big sail. I expect them for that. That's the only way they can beat me. But now they pick up then 5, 10 more knots, they can beat me. You know that.
I'm so happy for my uncle. I know he's a quiet guy. And we talk about for the past 2 months from Baba J's race was winning the 60th annual regatta because it's a significant number. It's by this year's being the 40th anniversary of independence and the 60th anniversary of the National Family Island Regatta. We really wanted to win this one for him.
We planned this for a long time. All of our predictions came true. We won all our bets.
Now, basically, the same crew that sailed on the Red Stripe in Class A sailed on the Udiva in Class B. So you know the results would have been the same. Udiva, your Class B champion.
I wish I get the C Class too. But anyhow, thank God we get the B and the A. I'm saying, I got one thing to say. No weapon that form against me will prosper.
And for the crew from Udiva and Red Stripe, it's all about teamwork.
I tell the guys, once they get them off the line, leave it up to me and Lundy, the captain and the bowman. We bring you through.
Many of the team members are people who I used to teach, so I feel very good about that.
And winning the Class C championship was the Weedy K out of Mangrove Bush, Long Island. Well, up next on the sailing calendar will be the Long Island Regatta. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I am Julian Gibson.
All right, thanks a lot, Julian. Well, the Champion Amateur Boxing Club was back in action on Saturday night at the Wolf Road Square. This card was dubbed a shutout to Ernie the Androsian Tiger Bar, honoring the former Bahamian light heavyweight champion.
We want to use our program, the Champion Boxing Club, to recognize some of the old great fighters that were very, very instrumental in developing the sport of boxing. And we just selected Eddie Bar because Eddie Bar, he touched me from day one. And I always did like Eddie Bar. And of course, we have others coming up. Every fight we do, we're going to do a shout-out.
One of the more exciting bouts on the night was between Don Roll and Tyrone Oliver. Fighting out of the blue corner, it appeared as if Oliver had done enough to pull off the victory. However, the judges saw the fight differently, and Roll won on points, 28-25.
I think I fought good because knowing that he's older boy to me and a more experienced boxer than me. I started like 2 years after. We started from way back by the Blues chair, and I think I fought good. And I would like to thank God for my victory because without him, he could have knocked me out in the ring.
I thought it should have been judged differently, but I know I have to go back to the scoring boards and pick something up. And next time, I just got to train harder for next time.
Colin Bullard and Carlos Joaquin took to the ring next, and this one was one-sided from start to finish. Bullard picks up his second victory of the night and was named Most Outstanding Boxer, winning 32-13 on points.
I knew he was a beginner, so I went easy on him. But previously, this night I knocked somebody out in the second round, so I was a little tired in the beginning. I fought a good fight. I feel I'm a good fighter, but that fight was not an example of that. That was just me being lazy and giving the guy a break.
Donovan Taylor and Kendrick Stewart closed out the night, and it was a crowd pleaser. In fact, this fight won bout of the night, and it was Taylor coming out on top on points, 22-20. For Stewart, this was the second fight on the night after winning an earlier bout with Keno Cartwright, and for his troubles, Stewart was named the most improved boxer, bringing another exciting night of amateur boxing to a close.
We did 7 fights. They were all exciting. It was difficult to establish the MVP, and it was great. We are excited, Champion Boxing Club. We are so grateful to our sponsors, and we're going to keep it going. This sport needs a leader, and so we are the leaders.
Well, the Inner-City Community Baseball League is in full swing. Action continued over the weekend at both Windsor Park and the Southern Recreation Grounds.
Coming on pretty well. The kids are learning as they go along, and we be out here 2 days of the week teaching them the basic fundamental. You know, it's all about giving back to these kids, helping them. Fred Papa Smith, Des Gardner, Porky Dorset, Sean Blair, all these guys working hard to make sure that these kids get the basic fundamentals that they need, not only for the game of baseball, but for the game of life. We teach them basic daily skills, how to get along with people and all that, and how to do well in society. So we got a long ways to go, and we only could get better as we go.
What we do is we practice and then we play, so we can see if they absorb anything what we're trying to teach them.
Oh, we've seen some excellent talent in this league. I mean, these kids, some of these kids, when they initially came here, didn't even know how to put on a baseball glove. Now these kids are playing, I would say, at a very high level.
Now in the future, the Inner-City League will move its schedule of games around the capital, and it all starts 12 noon this Saturday at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex.
We're going to play 3 games out there, and then the following week after we're going to go to Flamingo Gardens, because we got some kids in that area, so we're going to reach out to as many persons as we can.
What we do is rotate from park to park and play every Saturday, so everybody in the area could get a chance to see how the games be played.
We really starting with an inner-city community baseball league for the kids who are less fortunate and cannot afford to go to the other leagues. We want to give them an opportunity to be able to show their talent.
And that will do it for sports, but don't go anywhere. There's more to come after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.